Hey guys, Fix It John here. You saw me tear the molding off, but what we're doing today, this is, by the way, this is our Build Back Better project. It's part of the kitchen project, but it is a new permit. So we got a permit for everything we did here. Our HOA requires that we get a permit, and the city, more importantly. We have a door from Lowe's. This is a French door. It's HVHZ, high velocity hurricane zone rated. So you can put this door in Miami and it'll be accepted. But you do need to get a permit to install any doors, windows, or any of that. But I just wanted to show you when you purchase a door, you want to look for this number to make sure it's FBC Florida Building Code approved. And this is the number we're looking for here. This is a printout from Lowe's. Door is rated for HVHZ area under this number right here. See, it's underlined right there. So we have a permit from the city. We paid, total fee was $1863. It's a hurricane rated door. $1863.10. That was with delivery, $79. Plus a generous tip to have the gentleman bring it in here. So this is the number you want to look for, guys, right here. FL37184. That's the number you want to look for. And that's at the top of your permit. Right here, also if you see this form, 37184.2, patio fiberglass door impact. So they give you directions with your packet, with your permit packet. And it simply says side light screws located 6 inches from each end, and 4 more screws equally spaced within the side light. We don't have side lights. We have just the edge of the door, and all the side light is a spacer where you would put a side light if your door is wider. So we don't have any of those, and it looks like a jumbled mess here. But then you get to, this is pretty much the index of everything. Right here, number 40, door panel. So if you look around here, number 40 is the door panel. Number 50 is the side light. If you were installing side lights, we're not installing any side lights, so you got your directions here, so you can really get after it and do it yourself and save yourself a bunch of money. Also, guys, one more thing. When you're anchoring it down at the bottom, they want you to use Tapcons or Ultracon, I guess made by DeWalt. I have some Tapcons. I'll have to look to see the size, but they don't want you to go within minimum embedment 1 1/4 inches, minimum clearance to masonry edge 3 inches, 2 inches according to which size of Tapcon you're putting in. Minimum clearance to adjacent anchor 1 1/2 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. So the directions are all there. All right, guys, I don't want to confuse anybody. It's 4 inches from the corner on the French doors, the 2 opening doors, 6 inches from the corner on the side lights. So that's a side light, that's a side light, and these are 2 opening doors. And you can do this in any combination. You can do 2 opening doors and 2 side lights. It's just whatever you prefer, I guess. But typically they'll have the side lights on the outside, or maybe it's just 2 opening doors and 1 side light. So yeah. All right, guys. All I want to do is pick up on these doors and get them out of here. All right, guys, before you start a job like this, make sure you have a nice hot cup of coffee. Mountain Grown. It's good. Oh, better keep it close. All right, here's a close-up, guys. The tracking was right inside this drywall. This looks like concrete drywall here. But I wanted to be careful with it. And same way up here, I wanted to pull it down because I didn't want to jerk it out. Otherwise, it would have busted all this stucco up. Got a little spot there, but see where it was drywalled around the sliding glass door? That was there when the house was built, before they stuccoed it. But this lip on the back here, this is what I'm going to smack on with the hammer. And I don't really have a lip on this side, but if I can get my crowbar inside there and get against that wood, I can push it out. So yeah. All right, we're gonna try to smack this side out. All right, guys, fix your job. We gotta get this door in, so let's get this thing. And if you didn't know what to do, it says stop, remove screws. One plate is for the sill and one plate is for the header. At the marked location on the header, drill a hole 3/8 inch in diameter and at least 1 3/8 inch deep. Install the hurricane plate into the header using these plates that they provided. Now I have 2 screws in the top that I still have to get rid of, but I kind of want to get it over here in the door jam before I do that. I got one swinging around. And this sucker is heavy. 2 big dudes brought it in. Let me go get a 2x4 to hold that up. What I'm gonna do is take these 2x4s here, put one there and one here, keep it from tipping out. I can put them on the side here too. This is just temporary stuff here, guys. All right, so I have 2 more screws up here I have to take out. So when you don't have a helper, you got to improvise. The code says they don't want more than 1/4 of an inch with shims. So we've got like 3/4 of an inch, and I've got like 1/2 inch board, so that'll be about right. I'm gonna put another one in it here so it doesn't tip forward this way. All right, guys, we gotta put some shims in here. Well, I've got them in there to see if they fit, and they fit, but I gotta move this door back out. I can get in there and shim it up. You gotta put a board down here, and all it is a block of plywood. I put a piece of plywood, that's all I did. It's like 7/16 plywood. Beautiful. Literally no room, and that's what you want. There's a little bit of room for just a teeny tiny shim, and Florida Building Code says no more than 1/4 inch shim. We've got way less than that. Nice and tight. So let's get some shims, shim it up and level it out. We got our square here to make sure we're still square, and relatively square there, but not completely. I mean, we're not on a bind anywhere. All right, guys, I have my shims here. I'm not going to need a whole bunch of them. These are from the City of Florida Building Code. This is how they want you to install. So we got to go 4 inches within the corner here. But you know, the reason why you put a shim in there so it doesn't draw up and make your door unsquare. It's good there. Pretty decent there. Decent. Good. Let's go take a look at the outside. So this side right here, guys, didn't need any shims. You see a little daylight, not a big deal. Over here, it needed some shims. And they're in loose. I mean, they're not throwing the door off any. Let me check this top here. Got a shim there. Really doesn't need any shims. I mean, it's loose there. I could probably throw something in there, but that's what we have. Let's go look at the other side. There's the gap at the bottom, and it narrows up here at the top. A little off up here too. All right, guys, what it's calling for here, the city directions are letter L, number 10 by 2.5 inch Phillip head wood screws. We've got those right here. I gotta open this door up so I can fasten it. And I'm also gonna have to brace it so it doesn't tip. Holding it so it doesn't tip out. That'd be 4 inches from the corner.
Just had to ask for Phillips.
Okay, there's one of them in there, guys. And it's nice and hidden. You won't even see a screw in here. So I have the first number 10 screw in there right there. Number 10 by 2.5. And then I'll put this gasket molding back up under it, and you'll never see it. Orange. One every 12 inches. I love my Milwaukee stuff. Something is definitely not square about it, guys. All right, guys, we keep hitting at the top here. I don't know what it is. It's all plumb and square, best I can get it. I don't know, I guess I'll put a screw in it and see if that takes care of it. It's the only thing I can do. Because I have that board right in here, that shim right there to keep it. So let's hold on to this board. And I've got it wedged right here against this board here, so. It won't fall down. Let me check it again, make sure it's plumb and square. I don't know. I'm gonna put a screw in here and see if that does anything. Thinking it's weather stripping out. All right, guys, I have my fingers crossed. I hope this closes nicely. This door. Definitely hit on something. There, that'll close with that. Okay, just need to put some screws in that. That'll be closed. There, it squared it up. So that's what we needed, a screw over here. Oh, jamming up here probably because this board here, let's see. Oh yeah, that closed nicely too. Just need to get some screws in that. All right, guys, now we're going every 12 inches off the first one we put in there. We have the weather stripping removed. It only calls for 6. We'll end up putting 7 in it. They want one right here, 4 inches away. Then they want 2 right there where the door meets. Just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, our inspectors here in this area are really good. They don't try to intimidate you. Really professional. Now it doesn't call for one here, but I'm going to go ahead and throw one in there just because I'm an overdoer. All right, guys, next thing I got to do is put our Tapcons in. Calls for 3 1/4 inch Tapcons. So we got to drill this metal out. Oh, first we got to remove this weather stripping. All right, guys, we're down here at the sill plate. Now, just if you were wondering, this is my lipstick. And I keep it in my toolbox. Let me do the top at the same time. So yes, that is my lipstick. Pushing the door in. Pushing the button, releasing it. Okay, I know where to drill now. Thanks to my lipstick. I got a drill for my hurricane plate right there. Those are the screw holes that broke off or didn't tap in. So it's a good thing they'll be hidden anyway, so that's good. There's my lipstick mark up there. All right, guys, that deadbolt pin, it's gonna go into the concrete. Okay, then we'll go through the concrete. All right, guys, I've got the threshold drilled out, and I just need to put the hurricane plate in it with the 2 screws. There we go. Just needs a little adjustment and it'll go in. So yeah, that's what you want, nice tight fit. Now we'll do the top up there. Putting this other plate on. And we're going to use, I think we're going to use those heavy duty screws that we used last time. So here is the hurricane plate. I had to flatten that out a little bit because it was hitting the door, but it's nice and tight against there. Here's the bottom plate. And there's my misalignment right there, but I'll show you what the doors look like. I'm gonna put the deadbolt on. You know it's on by when you push this button. And then if you don't hear it click, push it in a little bit more. Bam, click it in. Holds in there nice and tight. Same way with this one. Push that in. When you hear it click, you know it's in. This is what it looks like on the outside. Lined up pretty nicely, up and down. I'll seal it up tomorrow, but I do want to get a deadbolt on it tonight. Maybe the doorknob. But yeah, real happy with it. Nice and snug up there. It's not gonna, and you want it snug so when the wind's blowing, it's not doing that number there. So that's why I got it nice and snug up against the door frame. So yeah, that's a whole lot better than that ugly door we had. For whatever reason, I guess it's okay to put the hinges on the outside. They look like they're sealed. Hey guys, I thought this video was over, but the deadbolt lined up, but the latch knob didn't. But I just wanted to show you something on this feather river door. It's adjustable. It goes up or down or back or forth. Let me show you here. That striker plate bolts into there, and it'll go up or down. But you have to remove this piece right here, and that just snaps into that. You may trim it, may have to trim it, but it just snaps in here. Hey guys, Fix It John here. Here's our beautiful French door. But we still have some ugly here in the back where we have to patch this stucco. And what do you use to patch it? I mean, you're able to put the door in, but what do you do now? Well, let me show you. You take this stuff right here. Stick Creel, ready mix stucco patch, and fill in the gaps with it. It says it takes 24 hours to cure, and it'll set time in 2 to 4 hours, cure time 24 hours. But if it's more than a 1/4 inch deep where you're filling, you may have to come back the next day and refill it, because it could shrink on you. So I got some pretty big gaps here I need to fill, and what we'll have is something like this when we're done. All right guys, Fix It John. Before you start a project like this, make doggone sure that you have the right tools. Nice hot cup of coffee. Otherwise you might mess it up. Mountain grown. I'm going to try to keep my big head out of the way, but what I did was I scraped off all this foam up in here, some loose paint and loose caulk, so this stuff sticks good. But this is all we're using. Ready mix stucco patch. I've used it before if you guys have seen my channel. And it's okay if you get it all over, because you're gonna paint over it anyway. So you just want to shove it up in there so it sticks. Try to keep it off the door though. So we're creating an edge here is all we're doing. All right, guys, Fix It John. I just wanted to show you, we only have this much left. It's okay that that's broke, snapped from the other piece, because it is concrete meshed to a screen, so that's not going anywhere. This is a stucco. This is a stucco finish, and what it is, it's they put a mesh screen on here with concrete over it. So as long as it's attached to the concrete, you don't have to worry about breaking it off. But what I want to do is I want to get this acrylic stucco. There's a little gap between the wood and the concrete. I want to push it back in there so it has something to hold on to. I mean, it'll hold on to this concrete here, but it'll hold on to itself a little bit better, like over this wood and stuff. All right, guys, there's my French door installation with the stucco patch on it. Once I get the primer and paint on it, you'll never know I replaced that door. That's what it looks like. Better than that old ugly concrete and 2x4s, wood in there. Now, if I have to, like right here is a little spot, I can either put some more of that Stucco on it or run a bead of caulk down here, and I think that's what I'm going to do, paintable caulk. And just to hide the ugliness, that's all. And it works pretty good. There's the big hole down there at the bottom. You won't be able to tell it once I get the paint on it. But this is a fiberglass door. They call it a fiberglass door. I think a lot of it's PVC. This the sill and the top plate seems to be made out of a PVC, but they're calling the door fiberglass door. I don't know, it's a wood insert. It's a nice door. It is heavy. There's no way I could have carried it from the garage in here, but let me show you what we have going on inside. I just put the trim up. There it is with the molding. This is part of the Build Back Better project. What I'll do is I'll take some caulk and fill in those holes, those nail holes, and right up here too. I need to put another nail right there because that's looking pretty ugly. So, yeah, we're all done with it. So remember, guys, this is Fix It John. If you like videos like this, give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and tell me how you would have done it. Most of you would have hired it done, but we saved a lot of money putting it in ourselves, and we know it's done right. So remember, this is Fix It John. Thanks for watching.